When you start a YouTube channel, the first thing you need to do after finishing recording your video is to edit it. And here is where the first major issue can arise. You see, there are hundreds of tutorials on YouTube that teach you how to edit. But sometimes many content creators in the early stages tend to over-edit. That's why we have analyzed over 1 million content creators in their early stages to see what are the most common mistakes they make in the editing process. Welcome to the Flixier channel, where we help content creators like you create videos faster and better. Let's not waste any more precious time and move on to mistake number 1. Not using B-roll. Many beginner content creators tend to neglect using B-roll, and some of them may not even be familiar with the term. Well, B-roll is what you see on the screen. It's basically a footage that you or someone else captures and is related to what you're talking about or trying to express. The most common problem among content creators is where I can find B-roll clips that I can use on YouTube without copyright issues. Well, the answer is easier than you think, because there are several websites where you can download free clips, and there are also video editors that have built-in libraries of free footage that you can use. For example, in Flixier you can find a stock library with a ton of images, videos and GIFs that you can use in your videos. However, you should be careful about the B-roll you use, because the second most common mistakes I've encountered is the correct use of B-roll video. First and foremost, make sure that the B-roll is relevant to what you're talking about. This way your audience will be more engaged with your video. If you use a video that has no connection to what you're expressing or talking about, it will draw attention and the viewer will notice it. Most likely they will consider your video to be of poor quality. Another thing to keep in mind is how much B-roll you use. Let's say you've captured an amazing drone footage of breathtaking landscapes, and because you love it so much, you want to include as much of that footage as possible. At first glance, it may not seem like a bad idea, but your audience will get bored and they will stop watching the clip. If someone skips a portion of your clip, the watch time decreases, and as a result, YouTube will recommend your video less, leading to fewer views. Therefore, try to use only the essential parts of that scene and avoid needlessly prolonging the video. Mistake number 3 is not using background music. Music can provide a pace for your video, make it more engaging, and even increase your watch time. Currently, you can find various websites where you can download music that you can use on YouTube. Even YouTube itself has a music library that you can utilize. But if you use Flixier, you have access to countless songs that you can use in your video without worrying about copyright issues. However, you should also be cautious about the music you choose, because if you use the wrong song or if the volume is too loud, it can be distracting, and well, guess what? You lose views and subscribers. But music is not everything. We often see YouTube channels that don't use sound effects. Using sound effects can actually increase the watch time because they can draw attention to what you want to convey. That's why don't forget to use sound effects in your next video. Moving on to mistake number 5, cheap graphics. When you start editing a video, you tend to use all kinds of effects to grab attention. Like the text you see on the screen, it's clear that it's not suitable in this context and it even looks cheap. It's important to know how to use effects, transitions and different motion graphics. But earlier I mentioned transitions, and since we're on the topic, let's move on to mistake number 6, which is excessive use of transitions. Just like before, when you're starting out and you discover the magic of transitions, you're so excited that you want to add transitions to every scene, even where they are not needed. But this can be very tiring for the viewer, so try to use transitions only where necessary. Don't overuse them because no one will appreciate it. Now we've reached mistake number 7, not using supporting text on the screen. When the word or expression appears on the screen, we humans tend to read those words, and by doing so, we automatically increase the video retention. So in your next video, try to use words on the screen. You can use words as word-by-word subtitles, or you can use general ideas that express what you're talking about in the video, as if you were giving a presentation. I almost forgot to tell you that now to add subtitles or a transcript to your video, you don't have to manually write every word. You can use Flixier and simply right-click and generate subtitles. Your transcript will be ready in just a few minutes. I hope this video helps you avoid the most common mistakes and helps you elevate your editing skills to the next level. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, good luck.